Greetings from the University of Arkansas Library, Mullins, the main library, which they're still doing work on the basement and the first floor. And they've been doing that for 2 years, maybe. Multi-million dollar upgrade. And I'm glad they're doing it. I really like campuses and higher learning, and everybody should have access to some beautiful things and architecture and a good life and knowledge and art. We all deserve that on campus and off. Nobody should be special. These are special people. These are not special. What did a guy say once? There, there are no non-sacred places, unsacred places. There are sacred places and desecrated places. Yeah, yeah. The holy earth. This is a holy earth. Look around the sky. Nothing's like this. It's Eden. We're on an Eden. I don't know if I call us the highest life forms here, but we can do the most and do the most damage. But we're something special too, and you are. And that's what I'm going to call this video. I hope you people know how beautiful you are. Working on a song this morning. It's simple, which is fine. That's me, simple, but message, always a message. I like music, but I like lyrics better. I think, what's the message? What are you trying to teach me? I'm not a big Hemingway fan. I didn't find much message in what he was speaking of. I like this. That's a good book. Joseph Ellis has written a lot of good books, but this may be my favorite. Washington's a complicated person, just like you and me. A great person in many ways, great leader at a time. It all coalesced around him. He was the man. But he could be vain, on how he looked and the beautiful carriage he was in. He was acquisitional. He liked land a lot. I believe the British, because of the French and Indian War and what he did for them, he got 30,000 acres. And I want to say this is in Pennsylvania. But 30,000 acres. So at the beginning of this country, lots of land was going to a few people. Some of the rich, the rich ran the colonies, whether they were right under the king or whether they had a particular contract from the king. It's not new. It's just gotten worse and worse and worse. $400 billion. And we don't say nothing about that. Like, it's no big deal. Well, I tell you what, if you like democracy, if you believe in equality, it's a big deal. To have one person have this much money, 400 billion, and the bottom 50% of Americans, what is that? 175 million? Do they have that much altogether? I don't think so. That's a plantation. We've created a plantation, and we don't want to talk about it. We just want to complain instead of creating a better society, electing better people, taxing wealth, taxing the rich. They've been cutting their taxes for decades. But many people want to vote Republican who continue to cut the taxes on the rich. And wealth continues to concentrate. And then the poor people that voted for Republicans say, I need help. This isn't right. Yeah, you're creating your own hell on earth. You have to wise up to that. No, your kids can't buy a home. A lot of people say that. I bought a home in my 20s or 30s, started buying a home. But my kids will never be able to. The down payment is too much and they're not making enough money. Yeah. Now why is that? This is a democracy. We have created that. We, the people, have created this. And we, the people, can create a better place for everybody, not just a few. Whenever we're ready. The internet is a madhouse. All these liars, propaganda, haters. We're focused on all this bullshit. Never talking about the biggest issues, which is climate change, and concentrated wealth, and poverty. Concentrated poverty, concentrated want. I can't hardly pay my bills. Well, yeah, inflation happens, especially in different circumstances. Worldwide pandemic, global warming creating havoc on communities. You can hardly get house insurance in Florida. I was so surprised when I saw eggs were $4 a dozen. Tyson's is like 10 miles that way. And I've heard good things about Don Tyson, the old guy. He died. I wish I had this picture of of my dad, Don Trumbo, and Don Tyson standing there shaking each other's hands about 1965. My dad was a stockbroker. It was either Rauscher Pierce or A.G. Edwards, I'm not sure. But he was a broker that took Tyson public. They were smiling, had their skinny ties on and burr haircuts. It was funny. I don't think I have it anymore. I don't know. I'd love to have that. But yeah, Tyson's and all the chicken farms all around here. $4 for it's unbelievable. Not too long ago it was like 98 cents, or let's just say $1.50 or $2, and now it's $4. And what's the the biggest things that have happened? Let's say in the last few years, rents have gone up. You can't live you have to live somewhere, or you live on the streets. But rents have gone up, and squeezing people. Food prices have gone up, squeezing people. If you own a home, home insurance. I had a lady tell me theirs went up $1,000 last year. Little old Fayetteville, Arkansas, $1,000 up 1 year. And what they're talking about right now is auto insurance. We've created a system where you have to have a car. We have almost no mass transit. We don't give a shit about that. And then not even you have to buy the car and upkeep, but you have to pay this insurance. And now that's going up. It's like you have no choice. So hopefully we'll wake up to reality and start fighting for each other. The sweet part at the end of the Grapes of Wrath movie where he says, "We are the people." We are the people. And have to quit saying me, and following these fools that are getting you off, over here talking about trans rights. Shouldn't we be talking about global warming and concentrated wealth before we're focused on trans rights or abortion? But many powerful people and powerful organizations don't want us talking about that because it might hurt their bottom line, might hurt their control of the system, it might hurt their billions of dollars. So we're kept kind of stupid. Here's what's it called? Black Friday sales. Oh, Black Friday. Football on Christmas Day. Football. So you don't talk about reality. So this is the first part of this song. The great Supreme had a dream. to put it in our hands. Sacred Earth is a holy team, but nobody understands. Nobody understands. And then another, I think it's just a whole bunch of verses. I'm not even going to put a chorus or a bridge in this, which is fine. The great thing about art, or whether you're making a cabinet or whether you're making a song, you're the boss, and I like that. There's not a lot of things that we control, but I control this. Let me see. I like this one. Daddy put on a show, but Mama was the star. I hope you people know how beautiful you are. I hope you people know how beautiful you are. I hope you people know how beautiful we are. Yeah, that'll be the title of this video. I want us to remember that. Remember this. Remember the beauty inside of all of us. Quit being addicted to material wealth. I want more. I want more. Some of these really rich people are starting to shop at Walmart to save money because they have bought the $1.5 million house and they're paying the mortgage and they're being squeezed in a way compared to how they were before, I guess. I remember talking to a guy about his investments, and I said, "How'd you do last year?" He goes, "Not that good. 20%. 20%. You expect to get a rate of return of 20% or higher. So you invest $1 million, and the next year it's $1,200,000. But you don't have money to invest. Most of us don't have capital. But what's happened is now is capital is worth more than labor, which is, if you're a billionaire, you're okay with that. I tell you, we've made a deal with the devil. The devil is love of money, mammon, avarice. You should learn those words. I looked them up. It took me a while to learn them, but I learned myself. Avarice, mammon, love of money. Not just America. You look all over the world. People love their money. They have a simple house. Man, that house looks a lot better. It's twice as big. It's got a pool. I want that. What about these other people? Well, they got to get that themselves. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Yeah, it's a dog-eat-dog world. And the big dogs are eating the little dogs. And the little dogs are most of us. You think I'm pessimistic. I'm not pessimistic. I'm a realist. I'm saying this has gotten so bad, we have to turn toward the good, toward the light. I believe in us. I believe in humanity. Even these people that, voted for Trump, even though he doesn't give a shit about you, it was a mistake, just like I made a mistake this morning. I'm sure I did. I did something or I didn't do something. We all make mistakes all the time. And even these billionaires that jumped on the ship with Trump, that's their mistake. No honor. No honor. There's almost no honor in this country. It's all about money. Me. Money. Me. What can I get? This is a really interesting time. The revolution, these 13 states becoming a union, coming together, seeing that at the beginning they didn't think like that at all. I'm a Virginia man. I'm a Maryland man. They didn't think like that at all. America, what is that? Our first government, there's the Articles of Confederation. confederation of 13 states um, that had very little power. You couldn't raise taxes. You couldn't raise taxes, which is why a lot of people died at Valley Forge because they had no money for blankets, shoes, food, and yeah, Washington. One thing about Washington is you'll see he's in really depression because of the Articles of Confederation and the lack of commitment to this idea of a union. And that is what's happening now. Everybody wants their own little, these white supremacists. Man, America's not just white, I'll tell you that. Never has been. It started out brown, it started out Native Americans. And even the Native Americans came from Asia. And I'm not sure, more Asians don't seem as brown as the Native Americans. Maybe it was more sun here. I don't know enough about skin color. I like joking with my kids at Springdale High when I taught. Many of them were Hispanic. And I'd say, hey, in the summer, if I get really brown, can I say brown power? Oh no, you can't say that. I can't. Why can't I say that? I'm brown. It's a joke, human beings are follies, are foibles, are imperfections. You have to laugh at them unless they become deadly, and then you have to create a better system and path. But the smaller things you need to laugh at. You need to laugh at yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously. Imperfect, every one of us. Being humble is a better way to go than being arrogant. We just elected a guy that likes to brag about how smart he is. He avoided going to war, and then he calls generals babies and dopes. Wow, that's some bad karma. That's dishonorable. Sad to say. Sad to say. I think I'm going to stop this and then start another one just so, what is this, almost 18 minutes? That's long enough. That's long enough for me. You can get sick of me about 18 and a half